Mercenary discipline. I haven't even used any mercenaries this game. Wait, which one was that? War score versus other religions. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Not bad, not bad. Alright, how's my risk of civil war? Bad. That might well fire. Because I'm not going to be able to reduce that overextension. Well, I'd rather get it over and done with now. So if there was going to be a civil war, I'd like it to be on my terms, which this would be. And yes, I would very much like to go up in military technology. Thank you very much. Although I am now losing innovativeness because we are no longer ahead of time in Diplo. Right, Connacht has fallen. I want to give you to Sligo. Sue for peace. You would not accept this. Interesting. Clearly the game wants France to blob even further. Yeah, possibly. Wait, Mordred, is the House of Stuart the ones who ruined the king's reputation with the play? Possibly. Ah, depletion of European beaver. Demand of fur has been constantly rising throughout the Middle Ages, and increasingly cold climate has done nothing to change this lately because the European beaver population is having trouble coping with the constantly growing demand for furs. It has grown to the point that even beavers are very rarely seen in Europe at all, and furs now have to be imported at great cost from Russia and the far south. Ormonds 1. Martinique is self-sustaining. Our first colony. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. Let's build another one. Right, bourgeoisie request privileges. The bourgeois class has grown increasingly resentful of the power of the noble families, and particularly their lack of opportunities at higher ranks of government. Their only route into power is to marry into poor but well-titled noble families or pay open positions in government circles. Attempt to open up new opportunities without upsetting the old elites. Because we're a charismatic negotiator. We can make everyone happy and cost a lot less. Seems legit. Also, new weapons, new artillery. Cool. I'm still going to double down on the doing lots of damage, morale damage system. Also, I can build some more things. Ships. We're going to build caravels for the Lubeck fleet. Bring you up to strength. No we're not. No we're not. Because we're really close to leveling up again. So let's build some more buildings. These buildings are really not worth that much. And with my inflation, they are costing a lot too. Right, Connacht, come on. There you go. And then Ormond. I'll give you to Sligo as well. Because Sligo's going to have a lot less to convert than I am. And they can work on that for me. Which would be lovely. And there it is. Ireland is now Scottish. And with that, the whole of the UK is ours, with the exception of the Faroe Islands. Though the Faroes aren't part of the UK, are they? No, they're not. And I have a mission fulfilled. Conquer Ireland. Now that we have a foothold in Ireland, it seems only natural to continue expanding into the region. After all, the Irish clans are weak and divided, while Scotland is united and strong. So we get 10% more morale. And with that, we can now get a Royal Britannia, which is plus 20 morale of navies, plus 10 heavy ship ability, 25% less shipbuilding time, plus 1 prestige, minus 25% ship costs, and plus 1 legitimacy. I'm actually gonna hold off on this until I need to do it, because it's a really good big wartime one. So if we were in this war, then maybe I would have done it. Actually, it looks like Austria's losing. I see. Oh yeah, they are. Pomerania, Burgundy, Trier, Anhalt, Magdeburg, Ottomans, Nassau, Friesland, Serbia, Baden, the Palatinate, Lübeck, Liège, Saxony, Verden, Limburg, and Frankfurt. So it's basically the whole of the HRE versus the Emperor. Actually, who's on the other side? Pomerania is one of the bad guys. Austria, Milan, Ragusa, Norway, Hungary, and Bohemia. Oh, I see, and the Ottomans are taking a lot of the pressure from the Austrians, while the rest of the HRE is attacking Austria. I see how it is. I do still have a free advisor slot. I should probably get one. It's not like I'm lacking for money right now. Which is a lovely thing to be able to say. Estates demand control of provinces. Of course they sodding do. I could give one of them Ulster. Who is it that requires what? Both of you want 1%. Ulster is a... Development 9. The Pale would be a better one. We'll give the Pale to the clergy. And Leinster to the... Or Leinster to the nobility. There we go. Good enough. You're at 50%. Liberty Desire, but that's fine. That will go down. Convert another. Keep it going. 80%. How's the coring? Okay, we may just finish the core in time. Hopefully. Rule Britannia doesn't the game mean Rule Scotlandia? Yeah, I think it probably does. Let's also turn the forts off. And we do still have some uprising risk, so we will leave them as is. Can get a new technology, which is going to be Diplo, which puts me ahead of time again. And then the next one is the big one, Galleon. Galleons and early frigates, I believe. Yeah. And also some more recruitment and range, which is nice. Yeah, we're going to be fighting off a lot of rebels, so thankfully I have a lot of manpower at this point. One thing which I might want to do is add some more artillery to my forces. We're still not at demi-cannon, so they're not massively powerful, but they're getting increasingly good. In fact, I might want to just standardize my templates. The Ottomans will cede 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces to Austria, 1, 2 to Karaman, 1 to Kandar. Will give a load of money. So the Ottomans are out. Oh, good grief! It's going to be the Ottomans at the walls of Constantinople, not the other way around. It's Albion, not some stupid Roman name. Albion instead of Britannia. Ah, Windward Isles. No, they are a colonial nation. I do not need to state that. And their Liberty Desire is actually going up. It's because they've actually trained a regiment for the first time in a while. But that enforced religion's going down, down, down. So it should be fine. How much do my allies like me? Not a huge amount, probably, because I have been neglecting that. So here, let's go to diplomacy, drop 1. Diplomat permanently in allies, and you immediately go to France. Good. You chose wisely. Norway is under attack by Pomerania. Okay, rebels. Gonna need both of you for this. Let's head over to Derby. Oh, that was apparently 2 of the rebels uprising. Because I had 2 of them at 90%, which have now gone. Oh, Lincolnshire had surrendered. In that case, go from Leicester so we don't have the river crossing. Now we're doing better in terms of morale, but that's mostly because of the conquest of Ireland. Yeah, they still have the artillery advantage over us. We need to get some more artillery. And with that, Kildare could still rise up. But I'm thinking that we should probably just go ahead and recruit some troops. So we're going to get 5 artillery. 1 more cavalry. 1 more infantry. And then we'll split that in half. Yeah, Kildare's going to rise soon. So we should probably send our troops over to there. Go to the Pale. No, we'll go to the Midlands. Scottish mercenaries. Although Scotland has so far managed to stay out of the religious conflicts in the Holy Roman Empire, it is not for lack of interest. We are keenly aware that this war will impact all of Europe and are not without diplomatic stake in the outcome. Although Scotland may not be willing to go to war for a league, many Scots are. Serving as mercenaries in foreign armies on the continent, they may well change the course of the war without our direct involvement. We definitely want to fight for the Evangelical League. So we lose 10,000 manpower but gain a bunch of money. Or we gain 10,000 manpower. Interesting. Well, I don't actually need the manpower right now. So we'll send them for the Evangelicals. I get the feeling Scandinavia is going to become Russia. Yeah, I have a bad feeling about that too, which is very unfortunate. Alright, so we have a lot more money. Whoops, I did not actually mean to build you. You are not worth very much. Pale is worth it. Those two probably. There we are. And there's Kildare. But my troops are in place. We can swat that down without a problem. Get out of here. Done. And with that, we don't really have any more threats for quite a while. So let's drop the maintenance down to here and beef up the corruption rooting out. And let's spend some money on getting rid of that corruption. Which is down to 11% now. It was like 15. Minus 25% merc maintenance and all evangelicals is pretty good. I would agree. Now colonists have managed to reach out to the natives and arrive at an understanding with them. This understanding has allowed our colony greater scope for growth without the natives being upset. St. Lucia loses ferocity and aggressiveness. Good. And I could get an economic idea, but I really need to start catching up. Although autonomy change is quite a nice one. Might be a good idea to get Russia caught between France and Ming. I suspect that France and Russia will go to war at some point, and I would be dragged into that. Because I think they are rivals. Yeah, they are. Clergy political struggle. The time has come for the clergy to appoint a new leader to assist our queen in the capital. The likely candidate is an old cleric with a solid history as a prominent member of the clergy behind him. I don't want to spend money on this. Although you have got an awful lot of influence. 72 is not the danger zone, 80 is the danger zone. Which is why I don't like going to 70, because then you're just one bad event from problems. An event like that. When does it go down? 80, 80, 88. So 7 more years. Ooh, and we've lost an advisor. Diplo, great. Probably go for the tariffs once we have the cash for it. So I'm just going to reduce the corruption reduction until I can hire that guy. Which should be next month. There it is. Tariffs are range. I don't need the range. We want the tariffs. And then with that, we can go ahead and increase you. Army maintenance. Are we still hiring troops? Don't think so. You 5 need to join the regiments over here. You're only slightly under power. Alright, now you're taking... Whoops. Group, half. There you go. Conversion successful. Keep going. Technology, admin. This is getting more and more expensive. We are over the minimum required to embrace. But this should be spreading pretty quickly now that it's actually got a hold. So no, I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to swallow the 23%. Am I? Yeah, admin is way behind. Bloody expensive though. We could become an administrative monarchy at this point. Requires 100 admin power. Have I even gotten the Natives Assimilate event that gives 100 colonists? Oh yeah, loads of times. I think you get that one quite a lot when you have the trading with natives ability, that one. But I'm currently doing native coexistence because I did not want to pay for a standing army over here. I could change that now, though. Ooh, another one. That's going to be some more monopolies. It is really easy to get mercantilism now as the Anglicans. Compared to basically everyone else in the world. Oh, Dominica's going to be a full colony soon. A free state, or whatever they're called. There will be blood. Russia is planning to attack Siberia. Are they indeed? Are they? I can't even see half of Russia. That's kind of worrying. Alright, Connacht has risen. Let's pause. Whoops. Ah. Oh, you're a Sligo. That's why I didn't see that happening. How come these guys are just not building any troops? It's like they just don't believe in armies. I'll lose the prestige, thanks. 10 prestige or stability? Tough choice. That's not a tough choice. How much mercantilism do I have? A lot. We're already at 20%. Let's pull half of you away. Need to have a third rival. Austria, the Mamelukes of the Papal States. Probably Austria, because they are the same rival that France has. And there we go, Sligo's fallen. We could get the final exploration idea, which will increase our naval force limit. Or we can wait for... No, that's not really worth waiting for right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab you. More naval force limits. We can now fabricate in colonial regions. So we could start going for Central America. I'm actually very tempted to do that. Because we're pretty secure here. So we can send these guys off adventuring. We will need to build some transport ships to do that, because we currently have none. I was watching someone play Ming and their economy is stupidly stable. I can see why Ming needs nerfs. Ming needs massive nerfs. Ming is just kind of ridiculous. It's boring to play in East Asia right now because Ming is so stupid. Wow, that's a lot of trade embargoes. Everyone just embargoed Denmark. Like half of the world just embargoed Denmark. What have the Danes done to you? A political marriage is such as a union's contract as of mutual support. The Cameron family expects the Queen will heed the advice of the Prince Consort and actively look after their and her interests. I'm not going to give you any special favours, no. What's my corruption at? 8.6. And it's going down very quickly now. Thanks to the rather impressive spending on rooting out corruption. Oh, whoops, I forgot to increase that again. And army maintenance. We have a lot more rebels about to fire. Why is my rebel chance so high? Like Orkney and Shetlands, that's a fight I'd rather not fight. Oh, because I haven't been converted yet. I mean, I'm happy to fight Orkney, I just don't really want to fight Shetland. And same with Man, if Man's going to rise up. Man's not, because you've already been converted. I remember doing that. Well, before Mandate of Heaven, Ming was fine, because sometimes it did really well and sometimes it just completely collapsed. It needs to have more of a chance of just completely collapsing. Okay, another colony. Let's go for St. Vincent. Though, high aggressiveness here. Royal Maritime Sligo. Yes, because I think that's going to improve their loyalty. It is. Good. Right, so now I'm earning some money. Let's go ahead and start building some brigs. Let's do them around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 will do for the moment. Norwegian separatists in Orkney. Am I still paying my army? I am still paying my army. Native assimilation in St. Lucia, there you go. You were asking about that. Wars of religion in France. France went with the moderates. Lose 1 stability. Ming explosions, but a fantasy, yeah. I can invest in a new idea. That's going to be military, which I'd rather stay ahead of time on. So no, I'm going to hold off on that one. How are we looking? We're slowly getting there. Actually, Sligo's doing a very good job of converting. They've done 3 already. Although their capital might be done for free. I don't remember. I'm losing money. Oh, blimey, I am. My naval force limit's now 62, which is pretty good. Free money! I like free money. Give me more. I think I'm going to build another 5 brigs. Being able to ship 10 troops at a time seems like a good number. I like Mandate of Heaven because it's fun to play in Japan, but I hate Ming. Yeah, Ming's just... They need another go. Unfortunately, I doubt that's going to happen since Mandate of Heaven's out. Like, they've already done it, in inverted commas. They just didn't do it very well. Pomerania has accepted peace with Austria. Bohemia will cede Trezznani to Saxony. Norway will become a vassal of Pomerania. Protestant becomes the official faith of the Roman Empire. Holy Roman Empire. So the Protestants won. Brabant is the new emperor. Evangelical Union is victorious. Without my help. The Protestants did it. I mean, there's a lot of Protestants. I'm not that surprised. France might even flip. France is being seriously converted right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen the AI win the Protestant war without player intervention. I mean, they got lucky. They basically had 3 centres of reformation in a very tight area. It was those Scottish mercenaries. Oh yeah, 100% it was. I mean, Scotland basically is there in the shadows poking people, making sure they do the right thing. The Great Comet. Mysterious phenomena on the night sky have often been interpreted as bad omens or signs of the end times. An exceptional, noticeable such phenomenon, a great comet, has been visible recently, causing more than a stir than usual. Ragnall Sunderlach, however, has taken the opportunity to closely observe the comet's movements. The result has been a scientific work that tells us much about the object's distance from us and dispels many old superstitions about comets. While it appears uncertain if commoners will remember this in the future, this comet has provided more insight than fear. Considering I've had the comet event like 4 times... Yes! A positive! Leinster has risen. Is it Leinster or Leinster? I think it's Leinster. Never remember. Someone did tell me. Alright, you've been beaten. Oh, good grief. I can get another one. Well, let's go for the mercenaries, seeing as, you know, Scottish mercenaries. I've got all except for one. I'm getting so many. The only one that we've actually failed is... You need to have 5 colonial nations for that? When does this end? Global trade. Which is probably due in about 23 years. Because remember, colonialism and printing press came like one after the other, because colonialism was so late. Because there still basically isn't any. Like, France hasn't even started colonizing yet. Losing money again, gaining money again. So where's the next one? Orkney. Orkney still hasn't fired? Just like in real life, the Scottish did the Act of Union so they could conquer the world and let the English take the blame. Russia is preparing to attack the Great Horde because of the malevolent personality of Boris. Disaster at sea. The entire trading fleet has been lost at sea, taking all aboard to a watery grave. News of the disaster is spreading to the docks, and our superstitious sailors are taking the loss deeply. I'll take the morale of navies for a time. It's kind of interesting playing as Scotland and having France as your best friend. Like, trouble on the continent just seems so far away at the moment. Austria's gone colonialism. Wait, I have a loan? Oh yeah, I did take one loan, didn't I? I should probably work on paying that out. No, we'll get rid of the corruption first. I'm fed up paying over the odds for monarch point things. I'm first in diplomacy. With France as an ally, I'm not surprised. The Burkers are concerned with the great influence of the nobility in our state. They claim that many lower members of the nobility disregarding the peace and law of the land, using the position of power in the lands they take to do unreasonable tolls. Well, so long as this isn't the clergy. Where's Sussex? I know where Sussex is. What does Sussex produce? Grain. I'm going to say the nobility win this one. As long as they are not overly powerful. Land maintenance, that means more money. Yay. I was going to say, where are my other ships? I know I was building 10 of them. There you are. 10. Right, this is the transport fleet. And we are going to go and pick up these guys. After they've dealt with that.